Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
The pass.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want. but no one really envisioned something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
He had no sign of him slowing down at all.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Whoosh. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards, a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now we'll get a stoppage here, as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. First, 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored on opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
A toss play to the
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Tucker. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is going to be pulled in one one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Giants. 47 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with their second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Jet sweep to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 6. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sacked. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 19-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
On third down, Camp. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meeting. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Oh, nearly picked.
Now third down.
And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Looking to throw. Tucker. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll look to throw, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And take it right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said,
and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Henry Ruggs, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they will take a knee here. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and it's the Panthers who are out in front. The Panthers already 1-0, trying to make it 2 straight as they lead on the road. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. The Raiders able to even their mark at 1-1 after falling in their opener a week ago. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead over the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to halftime. The Packers were losers a week ago, so they are desperately trying to avoid dropping 2 straight to start the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First down, Eagles.
52 the mark, boys, 52.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. He'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 10 yards out. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. Give him 42 yards on the ground. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
56, right there, 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Tucker.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they try the right side here. And he spins away, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Eagles on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll look to throw here. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
But it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
56 is the Mike.
To throw again. Tucker. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
3rd down and 10.
56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm all set. Give me that ball.
Back to throw. Tucker.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
4th down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25.
That's good.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
A loss of 11 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gutierrez. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.